Welcome to Sequel. This week we're going to be talking Showgirls 2. My name's Blaise.
I am James.
And Showgirls 2 is actually already a movie. There's already a Showgirls 2.
I did not know about this.
So I was super disappointed looking it up and like, oh, we didn't do our research for this one. So then I did my research for this one. And Showgirls 2, it's already a movie that exists. Penny, it's called Showgirls 2 Pennies from Heaven, I guess. And it's directed and starring Rena Rafael, who played Penny in the first film, I guess. I don't really remember her character at all.
Oh,
She's not the main character.
Oh, okay.
She's like a small side character, and it's basically like her story. It's an unofficial sequel, but it's still like called Showgirls 2. I think the only thing that's unofficial about it is it just doesn't like take place with the main character. It's like a side story,
and it's obviously straight to video as well.
Yeah, it was direct to video, and like originally it was eventually direct to video, but originally it started as like a midnight screening kind of thing.
Okay,
like around with Showgirls.
That's kind of fun.
It's like for fans, I guess. If there were like a lot of fans, I know that Showgirls is like a really lucrative movie. Like in the home video market, it made a lot of money. Like it was a box office bomb. I think it made about 36 million, and then the home video market made like 100 million.
Yeah, it's because I would assume people were ashamed to go see it in theaters. Like, oh crap, I don't want to run into a coworker at work.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like that weird.
But once it hit the video market, just like, oh.
It kind of makes me. So I have a little bit of a story, I guess, now that I think about it. Because I definitely feel like it had that vibe in theaters. Like, people are like, oh, you're going to see Showgirls.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, it's probably going to jerk off in the theater, pull a Pee Wee Herman or something.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the case. Especially watching the movie now, I'm like, really? Like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I know, right?
But that's where my Showgirls will come in later. But anyway, so like we went and saw The Room last night. It was doing like a screening, Fathom event. Had a ton of fun watching that movie in an audience. I'd seen the movie plenty of times. We'd seen The Disaster Artist, but I'd actually never seen The Room with an audience in the theater.
Right. And it wasn't a midnight audience where everyone's throwing spoons. Like there was one person.
Yeah, it wasn't like too crazy, but I did realize there were like things that I didn't like about it, but I won't get into that now. I'll probably save that for another day. But yeah, like watching it in theater, there was like guys that every time there's a sex scene would get up and leave the room. Like, and I don't think that they just had to go to the bathroom every time there's a sex scene, especially because there's two sex scenes that are literally like 3 minutes apart.
Right.
And I saw the same like 3 or 4 guys leave the theater both times. Like, were they that? I don't think it's like a thing, like a sexuality thing. Were they that uncomfortable with sex? Like, I don't know. It just made me feel uncomfortable that they were that uncomfortable.
Right.
I'm not saying like I love the sex scenes in Room or anything.
Yeah.
They are uncomfortable. They're really awkward.
Yeah.
But they're funny. But like, it's just weird. I don't know. Like, I thought that was weird. Like, really weird.
Right. Yeah.
So
you could like kind of bring that up with Showgirls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Too,
I'm like relating that with like the fact that people didn't want to see Showgirls in theater because they didn't want people to see them watching a movie that had some sex scenes or nudity, which it's really not graphic at all.
I have always found it weird that like parents always feel the need to cover your eyes during sex, which is like a normal thing. Like granted, of course, like you don't want like maybe little kids to be exposed to it, but like I always found it weird that like, oh, you can't watch it. Like if you see a boob, it's automatically rated R. You have to be 17 to see that.
Oh, but yeah, you can watch like heads exploding and shit.
Lord of the Rings, I love watching those movies, but head decapitation is totally cool for a 12-year-old to watch.
For a 12-year-old, that's fine. But a nipple?
Yeah.
You're gonna go to fucking hell.
My nipples look like milk duds.
Exactly.
You know, so I thought that was weird seeing it like last night, especially in a movie that's like such a joke.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like I don't know if it was maybe it was too cringy that they didn't want to see it. I thought it was like, I don't know, to me I thought it was like some kind of Christian thing or something, you know, whereas like, oh, I can't watch that, or I don't know, I just thought it was weird. It made me uncomfortable, to be honest, like to be that uncomfortable with sex and like and sexuality, maybe not your sexuality, but just sexuality as a thing, to be that uncomfortable with it made me feel weird, because I'm sure those dudes like some like the Belko experiment and shit. Like, you know, I like the Belko experiment, violent, but I'm just saying, like, you can't like, oh, I just love really graphic violence and like can't do like a nipple.
Yeah,
like that's just so weird. Anyways, Showgirls 2, not Pennies from Heaven, but my version of Showgirls.
Is that the
2.
subtitle of the sequel?
That's the original sequel. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mine's I don't know. I guess I don't know. Pennies from.
Don't call it Showgirls 3 though. I would imagine, right?
No, I'm not even calling mine. I'm calling mine Cam Showgirls.
Oh, nice.
Like, so you can kind of see where it's going. I pulled a lot from influences of other media I'd seen merely in the documentary space.
Mm-hmm.
My story, it's going to be a little bit different. It's not really even going to be that related to Showgirls. It's kind of going to be like a different story for a new age, for a new audience. The film is going to star cam goddess Violet Hayes. I don't know if this is a real person, so I really hope it's not.
Oh, that's just the name.
Made that name up.
Yeah.
It's a porny name. Like those are definitely names that are in other like porn names.
Right.
So I don't. If that's an actual person, I apologize. I'll look it up later. I didn't do the research before this.
Now we're gonna have to start adding end credits. Like the names are completely fictional.
This name is completely fictional.
Yeah.
No relation.
Anything
to any.
comes up is coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Is a coincidence and inconsequential. But anyways, she's the typical girl next door.
Whoa. Oh my. She's so hot.
Type of girl from a small town. She was like your neighbor that was like so hot but didn't know it or whatever. Like something like that. And she's just going to be really big in the cam community. Like or maybe just like a hidden jewel in the cam community.
Yeah.
Anyways, like a recruiter then for like the industry starts to try and get in touch with her.
Slides into her DMs, please.
Yeah, it slides into her DMs after like her cam-iversary.
Yeah.
So it was like, her first year in. Then he slides into the DMs trying to get her to move out to LA, and be part of the industry because this could be very lucrative for you and you could change your life. You know? So Violet decides she's going to go out to LA. And she moves out to LA, gets everything situated. First, she just starts camming from like one of their kind of like, I feel like they have like apartment complex, and each room is like it's like a cam house or whatever.
Right.
And there are different girls there. She makes friends with some of the other girls and whatever. Kind of like has that Showgirls like, all the girls were like friends. And,
Right. Yeah.
And some of them were enemies.
Yeah.
So kind of have that thing going. But anyways, then she decides like she's gonna have to do her first shoot because that's where the real money comes in and shit. And she can always do camming on the side. Anyway, she gets into the industry, but the curtain starts to fall. You start to see the dark sides of the industry and how like this particular part of the industry that she got into. The curtain is peeling back and revealed that a lot of the money that they use for it, like this isn't even like Brazzers. This is an expensive, like the sets are crazy. This is like not another movie or whatever.
Okay. Not another superhero parody.
Yeah, exactly. Or whatever. This is like next level. The sets, everything, like they have special effects. Where's all this money coming from? This is a lot of money to go into something that someone's only going to watch for 13 minutes. This is actually a money laundering scheme that someone's concocted. This is dirty money, dude. They're trying to clean the money.
Yeah.
And basically, like Violet sees that there's a lot of money going on behind the scenes. They're trying to clean the money so that it can go back to the drug dealers or whatever, the kind of illegal activity that's going on. And she realizes that, you know what? She's going to get back at the industry, get back at the people that are abusing her body and take them for everything that they have.
Fuck yeah.
And this is like a heist kind of style movie. Basically, she's going to steal all the fucking dirty money and shit. But anyways, rock on, hardcore.
Yeah.
This is the idea that I came up with Showgirls too. It's nothing at all like the first movie. I don't have Kyle MacLachlan receiving a very hairy lap dance. And by hairy, it's because she kept whipping her hair and shit. I wasn't saying that she was hairy. Okay. I'm saying that she kept fucking like doing like Willow Smith. I whip my hair back and forth in his face and shit. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
it's like freaking like a Tony Hawk 900. Yeah. I was getting seasick. I'm seasick right now just thinking about it. But there's no Kyle MacLachlan. I was maybe thinking of including him as like the kingpin, but I think it would just be too cheesy. Like, why would he get into that line of work? This is just a new age Showgirls for the internet audience, I guess you could say.
A soft reboot, as you may.
A soft reboot, but like kind of we're gonna go into that whole like the Fast and the Furious were like serious car racing movies until they just realized, fuck this, let's just make a movie about stealing shit. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. So that's basically what we're gonna do with Showgirls. We're taking a known property like Showgirls, which is basically just a glorified TNA movie with a good director making a parody, and we're gonna make it all about just stealing shit for no reason. So we're taking a Fast and the Furious approach to this franchise, and this is going to be a franchise. There's gonna be a lot of these movies. The Rock might make an appearance. I don't know.
But The Rock is cooking.
I've got no suggestions story-wise, actually. I loved it. I was like,
You have nothing for me.
Yeah, no, I dug it. I was like really excited to hear where you're going to go with it, and you went exactly where I didn't imagine you'd go for. So
it's called that 80-minute twist right there.
Right, exactly. I guess just a like funny thing, like a funny joke with there I'd like want is like the ridiculous sex scene. Did you happen to think of that? Because the pool scene in the first one is iconic.
Okay, I got it for you right now. I just came up with it. So it's gonna be before she like makes the turn in the industry. And she's still gonna be camming, but camming in LA. So she invites a guy out, her biggest fan, out to come see with her because he pays for everything. Like he's made it that she hasn't had to go into the industry because he gives her so much money. He makes this job lucrative for her. But this is gonna be why she goes to the industry. It is just a horrible time when he's there. He's very not shy with her. So when he meets her, he's just very shy in person, but like on the chat, he wasn't shy or anything. He's always like, oh, do this, do that, whatever. You know, he's calling the shots and shit. And then when he meets her, he's just very shy. So she thinks, oh, I could just warm him up. Maybe he'll like open up if I give him like a lap dance. Right. So she gives him the craziest, like unrealistic hair spinning lap dance ever. And he just like
twerks are the new thing nowadays. Also, that didn't exist back then. So you can incorporate that.
Yeah. And basically he's just like, he's like kind of really into it. He's opening up. He's like, he's getting into it. And then all of a sudden, like hit with that hair for the 80th time. He's just like, just shuts down, quiet, everything. Freaking, he gets up. There's just a huge wet stain on his pants. And he just like, I have to leave. I have to leave right now. And that's the end. She never sees him again. He never pays her any money. She's coming up short on rent. She realizes she needs to like make some money. And that's when the turn happens. Showgirl starts to pick up, you know?
I see,
That's kind of, I think, the crazy lap dance scene I need. Just a very awkward guy. Because I think Kyle MacLachlan was awkward in the original Showgirls dance. But I just want to take it to the next level. I want a neck, beard, tendy, loving freak. Like, you know, like.
I would love to see it in a midnight screening.
Yeah, definitely. Paired with The Room. I think that would be the perfect pairing. Maybe all three, all-nighter. So next week is going to be a little bit different. No one's asked us for a sequel version of this movie, and I have expected. This is a fan favorite movie. I expect some of our fans to be like, wait, you guys haven't done this movie yet? And I'm talking Mad Max, Fury Road. I know there's a Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. I want Mad Max Fury Road 2. That should be our sequel next week. You're going to be doing that. I know you love this movie. I know you rewatched it recently, so I think it'll be easy to dive right into it. We need more suggestions for sequels, so let us know what you'd like to have sequelized. Comment below. Let us know what you even thought of this Cam Showgirls 2, whatever this movie is. My rendition of it. Did you find it funny? I hope so. Else it just fell flat, and it was just really awkward then. Okay, I'm just going to move on. Anyways, guys, that's Showgirls 2. Next week, we're going to be talking Mad Max Fury Road 2.
Peace.